This drill is designed to help you get as much topspin as you can on your kick serve. Now, there are two quite common problems with people working on their kick serve. It's a bit of a mystery sometimes, and so people can't quite figure out why they're not getting kick on their serve. And the two reasons of this, right? The one is they're swinging their racket in a way that they're not actually getting the racket to go up after contact. They're going sideways, they end up with slice. And the other thing that happens quite often is instead of the racket going almost parallel to the baseline, they're rotating into the court like that, and that's more for a first serve or sort of a strong slice serve. So the TopspinPro helps with both of those problems, and let me show you how it works. So hold the TopspinPro in your hand, just the top end, and we're going to do a drill which helps work on both of those problems, right? So hold the TopspinPro at 45 degrees. Typically, the ball axis for a kick serve is around 45 plus or minus, depending on how much topspin you want, how much slice you want. So let's put it there at 45. Then let's put the racket perpendicular to that, right? The swing we need for this drill is just that 90-degree arc, horizontal to vertical, passing the ball at 45 degrees, right? It's that motion there. And the reason that's great for one of the problems that people have with the kick serve is that after contact, the racket's still traveling upwards, right? It needs that for topspin. The common mistake is people go this way and they end up with slice. So that's the one thing. And the other thing, by having the TopspinPro there, people swing parallel to the baseline. The screen of the TopspinPro stops them from going into the court like that. By holding that and orienting it along the baseline, helps you swing that way. Right, so let's do that a few more times. Horizontal through to vertical. The key thing to notice is that 90 degrees over there. If you swing and you end up like that, again, you'll end up with slice, right? You want to be able to see that that's 90. So hold it like that. Maybe have a look at yourself in a video, and then you can see if you're making contact with that angle. So horizontal to vertical, do that. Try and do that 20 times, or as long as you can without your arm getting too tight. It does get a bit tiring after a while. And then grab a couple of balls and repeat that same swing. So I'm going to start over here, horizontal, and we're going to go to there, and you're going to try to stop there, right? So there you go, that's not bad. It's not going to, the ball's not going to go over the net at this point because you haven't got enough forward momentum to have the power to go over the net, but let's just try that again. Horizontal. There we go, it's got a nice height on it, right? And I'm waiting for the ball to sort of start dropping, and then I push up. That really helps that happen. If you try to hit it at the top, you're going to end up hitting it like that, and there's no way for the racket to go. It can't go up anymore, and so obviously you can't get that topspin. So let's try that again. Oh, that's a horrible toss. Okay, so there we go. Right. So do that about 20 times. And once you feel that starting to groove, then it's time to go for the full swing. So I'm going to give a demonstration of that now. So got a bunch of balls. And now you can see I've got a net that's double the height of the real net. The reason for that is to try to think of hitting, just another way to reinforce hitting up. Because with the kick serve, you really want to clear the net by a good distance, right? Because of that topspin, it dips down. And if it doesn't clear the net high enough, it's going to dip down way too soon, and you'll end up with a short ball, which completely negates the purpose of hitting a kick serve in the first place. You want it to clear the net comfortably, land deep, and then rear up and twist. Okay, so let's see if I can do that. Oh, no, in the net. Right, I have to head more up, right? Oh, that's better. Okay, that one I kind of stopped a bit, so I should try to follow through a bit more. There, and you can see on that last one, it really did give a nice little kick to the left like that. So try that. Use the TopspinPro, reinforce that 90-degree arc as much as you can, making sure that you're not making contact like that. You need room for the racket to continue up. Once that's really comfortable, do the drill with a ball, just tossing up and pushing up like that. You need to toss above your head. And when that's working well for you, go to your full serve and see how it works.